Yeah, so just
Friends. And I'm really thrilled that all of you are here today to share in this moment. You know, today is a transformative day for the PAP Corps. Philosophers say that positive change comes from challenging times. And we are witness to that, especially today. You know, when the pandemic halted our event-based fundraising, leadership went into overdrive to develop a modern, easy, and effective way for us to raise funds. Because what we do goes way beyond our social events. It's about our real connection. It's about our connection to the doctors, to the researchers, and to the cancer patients who hope to one day call themselves survivors. Everyone at Sylvester is relying on us now more than ever. So we ask you today to get on board with our giving train concept. We all know our destination is a world without cancer, but we need each and every one of you to get on board so that this is a successful campaign. So to help us better understand how we can all participate, we have a fantastic array of speakers today. And first up, it is my pleasure to introduce our amazing CFO, Stacia Anderson. Hey, Stacia.
hi, Kay. Thank you so much for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. As you will notice, you have now been placed on mute and you are not to unmute yourself. At the end of the presentation, we're going to introduce some questions along with answers that you may have. If your questions have not been addressed at the end of this program, please email Lori, which is LORRI @thepapcorps.org. All questions and answers will be available on our website under Ways to Give. It is now my pleasure to introduce Board of Director and Chair, Susan Denter.
Thank you, Stacia. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special presentation of an exciting new program called the Giving Train. But before we proceed, I would like to introduce some special guests who are with us today. Katie Simpa and Sarah Christensen from Sylvester, 5 of our past presidents, Barbara Purcell, Naomi Prever, Joanne Goldberg, Gloria Berkowitz, and Linda Moses, our entire board of directors, and from the office, our CFO, Stacia Anderson, and some of our office staff. This afternoon, Beverly, Nancy, and Carol are going to explain the concept and walk you through how this program can work. David and Stacia are going to explain about the security and how easy it is to sign up. Linda is going to do a review of our $50 million pledge to Sylvester. I'm going to talk to you about the numbers and how they can add up. And you're going to view a wonderful video that was produced by Kay Rentz. At the end of our presentations, there will be questions that Paula will present. More importantly, you will hear throughout this presentation how we can help give hope to cancer patients. That's why this program is so vital to PAP, especially now more than ever. So we can help give the patients hope. It is the best opportunity for us to continue our support for the research programs at Sylvester and to help Sylvester support all the cancer patients that they are daily caring for during this pandemic. They haven't stopped doing their jobs, and neither shall we. So please, climb aboard, lay back, have a glass of wine, and learn about this new fundraising program that will help support the next survivor. And please, definitely think about giving. Let me now introduce our first speaker, Beverly Berkowitz, Officer at Large of the PAP Corps Board of Directors and Development Chair. Beverly?
Thank you, Susan. Hi, everyone. Glad to see you all here this evening. Our task force and Giving Train Committee are excited to announce a first for the PAP Corps and a revolutionary program. I would like to explain the concept of the Giving Train. This is an opportunity for members, non-members, friends, and family to participate in an ongoing direct giving program by committing an online monthly donation to the PAP Corps. Many of you do participate in such programs and have seen, I'm sure on TV, the ads for ASPCA, Shriners, St. Jude, and other organizations asking for similar committed giving. It's so simple and so needed. It's a blanket of dollars which we as individuals experience in our private lives. Many of us are on Social Security, and we are asking for you to consider supporting research through an on-giving program, a blanket of security for cancer research, a program enhancing 68 years of support for research through events, direct donations, and other opportunities. That's what the PAP Corps is all about. The unexpected world today has shown us a need for another avenue of contributions to continue supporting cancer research at Sylvester. Our doctors, researchers, patients, and nurses are counting on us. We are committed to support the next survivor. We are more aware than ever how great that need is. Susan referred to the promise of hope, and so many of us are working every day to fulfill exactly that. Hope for an innovative treatment, for extension of life, and of course, for a cure. Current changes in the world have caused us to switch directions, taken us away from our family, moved us to secure ground, and many more differences. But cancer patients are on the same ground, needing immediate assistance and hoping that research is continuing because their lives depend upon it. The Giving Train allows us the opportunity to become a small part of the biggest picture of hope we have ever produced. Imagine if our entire membership made a monthly giving contribution and others joined. Imagine the impact of this type of giving. The time is now that you board the train. We are going to explain just how easy and safe it is. Together, we can imagine a world without cancer. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Kay Renz, our public relations consultant, and a shout out to Kay and her husband, Rick, for the wonderful film you're about to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Beverly. Super appreciate that. Rick and I were honored to create this very short video to kind of explain the Giving Train and why it is so important. Everyone, please note that via Zoom videos often have a delay, but it will be posted on our website and on Facebook for you to share. Thank you.
The PAP Corps has made a pledge to Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center. And now more than ever, they need us to support their groundbreaking research.
These are uncertain times. But one form of fundraising has a proven track record: monthly giving.
All the national nonprofits do it. And most of us have participated in one program or another.
We all know how much that cup of coffee a day amounts to. And they are right.
Now, the PAP Corps is able to set up a convenient monthly program, tailored to your budget. Finally, the PAP Corps will have a consistent, reliable stream of income. With this program, we can feel confident knowing our donations to Sylvester will not only continue, but will grow.
We made a promise to support the next survivor.
And they are counting on us.
Now, every time I watch this video, I focus on the patients. And it makes me feel proud that the PAP Corps is helping each and every patient at Sylvester. Our annual gift is providing vital funds so the doctors can do their research. Remember what we have always said: today's research will bring tomorrow's cure. It will support the next survivor. So let's talk some numbers. You know, we have nearly 22,000 members. So what if 5,000 of those members pledge $30 a month? In 1 year, we will have raised $1.8 million. $30 a month times 12 equals $360 a year. That's less than $1 a day. Think about it, $1 a day to help make cancer go away. So easy to do the math. You know, cancer hasn't taken a break, and neither should we. Another number that I would like you to keep in mind, a number that is very distressing to me. To date, we have spent $85,000 in refunds. We can't afford money going out like this with very little coming in. If we want PAP to continue with our mission, we have to support programs like this. It may be the only way we can continue. So I ask you again, please think about giving. Now I'm going to turn it over to Nancy Levinson, past president,
Easy.
of Addison Reserve and secretary of the PAP Board of Directors. Nancy is going to talk about our commitment. Nancy.
Thank you, Susan. And thank you all for representing your chapters by attending the Giving Train presentation. As a past president of my chapter, I know that by this time of year, you've all prepared your events, your fundraising events. You put in a lot of work, a lot of thought. But this year, the world has stopped. What doesn't stop is cancer. And what can't stop is the PAP Corps' mission to raise the necessary funds for the research that the doctors of Sylvester need so they can help their patients become the next survivor. We are excited to present the Giving Train as a fundraising event that each chapter can take advantage of. A way for your chapter to raise funds, a way for your chapter to get credit for the funds you raise every month and giving you, without giving you a second thought about it again. We invite every chapter to participate in the Giving Train. We are challenging each chapter to board a minimum of 100 of their members in the next 30 days. The beauty of this event is that each member who signs up for monthly giving, whether it's $10, $20, or $30 or more, your chapter will get credit for the funds raised and every month going forward. At the same time, it guarantees funds for the PAP Corps that they can count on and reduces some of the uncertainty. After the initial challenge, we should encourage more members, friends, family, and anyone else who will listen to board the train for themselves or as a gift for someone else. As each individual boards the train, it will give an increase to the funds raised by the chapter. Again, we know that cancer doesn't stop, and our dedication to raise the funds for cancer research has been our mission for 68 years. Through your dedication to our mission to raise the funds for the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, it in turn helps their dedication to their mission to save the lives of their patients. So I thank you very much for doing all you do to support the next survivor. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Kara Smolin, President of the Polo Club.
Thanks, Nancy. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for listening this afternoon and for your interest and support for the PAP Corps. These are difficult times. I know we are all concerned about the well-being of our friends and families, ourselves, during this unimaginable crisis. Yesterday, life was business as usual, and now we are living the new normal. You can probably imagine that's exactly how you feel when you are told that you have cancer. At first, you're in denial. You think the test results got mixed up. That's not mine. That belongs to somebody else. The lab was careless, but soon reality checks in. You're scared. You ask yourself, why me? Will they be able to treat this? Will I be okay? Will I be able to raise my children? Will I see my grandson be bar mitzvah? And will I be able to walk my daughter down the aisle at her wedding? Am I going to die? I know this because I've been there. I survived cancer twice because you were there for me. Your support of Sylvester and cancer research saved my life twice. 15 years ago, I went to see my internist because I wasn't feeling well. Thinking I was having a gallbladder attack, I was told to get a CAT scan to confirm my doctor's suspicion. I passed out in his parking lot. I woke up in the hospital, and several scans later, I was scheduled for surgery. I was still thinking at that point that I still had just a gallbladder problem. When I woke up from surgery, I was told that I had stage 3 colon cancer. It had already reached my lymph nodes. Fortunately, my doctors told me that my cancer would be a slam dunk because cancer research had produced a cure. I was a pretty sick puppy for about a year, but I was given the promise of hope. I survived because you thought it was important enough to contribute to cancer research that saved my life. Our beautiful sister wasn't so lucky. We lost her to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She may have survived had she been diagnosed today. That's just how cancer research works. Yesterday, there was no hope. Yesterday, there was no hope. Today, there was a trial and a promise of hope. Tomorrow, there's a cure. We need your help now more than ever. We cannot foresee the time when we can resume our card parties, luncheons, boutiques, or any of the other wonderful fundraising activities our chapters have each year. This has dramatically impacted our goal to support the next survivor. Dr. Stephen D. Neimer, director of Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, recently spoke at a virtual town hall meeting where he stated that at Sylvester, research is down to 40 to 50% of normal. We can't afford to let this happen. Cancer doesn't take a break. We must continue to support cancer research at Sylvester so that we can count on breakthroughs that will save lives. If nothing more, COVID-19 has taught us that you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. The best we can do is follow the CDC guidelines and try to plan for the future. Your contributions to the PAP Corps and the Giving Train are just that, a plan for the future. Think of it this way. Donating to the PAP Corps through the Giving Train is a kind of insurance policy. You may never need it, but you want it to be there if you do. You will also know that this insurance policy will cover not just yourself, your friends, your loved ones, your dear friends. It will benefit every person who needs to be given the promise of hope for survival. If you are that rare, almost non-existent person who has never lost a loved one, a family member, or a friend to cancer, then you should celebrate by making an ongoing donation to the Giving Train to continue your unbelievable good luck. The rest of us have all known the sadness of losing someone to cancer who might have been saved through the breakthroughs occurring in cancer research labs every day. As soon as this meeting is over, I urge each of you to log on to our website, thepapcorps.org, and sign up to board the Giving Train. Then, please call your friends, your family members, business associates, anyone you can think of. Get them to join you and board the Giving Train. Spread the word through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, or any other social media site you inhabit. For less than $1 a day, you can be sure that life-saving research will continue at Sylvester. With your help, I know we can reach our goal of a minimum of 100 passengers per chapter in the next 30 days. My hope is that we can show the PAP Corps board that we, the members of the PAP Corps, our friends and families, will stand strong and exceed this goal. Thanks so much for listening, and all aboard the Giving Train. And now I'd like to turn you back to Stacia Anderson, who's going to tell you how easy it is to get on board. Stacia?
Thank you, Carol. Thank you for that wonderful presentation. Let me demonstrate how easy it is to get on the Giving Train. First, go to www.thepapcorps.org. Click the banner that says The Giving Train. Not working. Okay, so let me just go over it with you. Go to www.thepapcorps.org. Click the banner Giving Train. You have two methods, either a credit card or an EFT that you can pay with. Select your method. Select whether it's 10, 20, 30, or other amount. Click Terms and Conditions. Enter all of your information, your name, your email address, along with your credit card information or your banking information, and hit Submit. It's that easy. I boarded the Giving Train, so now you can too. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Board of Director, PAPCOR's Treasurer, David Becky.
Thank you, Stacia. Good afternoon, all. It's very nice to see some familiar faces out there. It's been quite some time. Stacia mentioned how easy it is to set up auto payments. So you're likely asking, why are we encouraging a change as PAP has accepted checks for decades? Well, in short, we'll continue to accept checks, but we're adding a more secure, cost-effective resource to conveniently give. In this current COVID and economic environment, check fraud frequency is increasing again. If it's ever happened to you, you understand how frustrating and potentially financially damaging it can be. Examples include the stealing of checks from mailboxes and changing the information written on them, or just issuing new checks with your account information. And when it happens, it's not normally just one check that gets issued. Checks get issued in multiple places and can often recur later. We must have additional and better solutions with less risk to our members and the organization. With credit card usage or auto debit from a checking account, the security and ease is far greater. First of all, with a credit card, if you've ever had your account pirated before, it's a pretty simple process. Often the credit card provider catches on the front end and sends you a new card. You still have your money. Many are concerned about online payments from whatever means, via credit card, auto debit from checking, etc. PAP maintains a secure site for payments, similar to your bank and other large giving organizations. If anybody uses Amazon, and more importantly, Amazon Smile, to make sure that PAP receives additional credit, you're already using secure sites to make your payments. If you're like me, you're likely paying some of your traditional bills by card or auto debit as well. The same is true with the Giving Train. As Stacia mentioned, it's a simple process. I did it Friday from my computer. It takes less than a minute. And once it's set up, it's securely set up, you'll receive a text notification each month confirming your ongoing contribution. We can reduce the significant cost of check processing, dramatically improve our member and chapter reporting efficiencies, and provide us all with an easy, secure resource to give, even when we're not able to be physically together. Get your seat today. I'm hoping that you'll join me and also hop on the train. And now I'd like to introduce all of you to our immediate past president and a long-term valued member, Linda Moses.
Thank you, David, and welcome to everybody. In the spring of 2016, Sylvester approached the PAPCOR to consider making an historic pledge of $50 million with the goal of fulfilling a requirement of the National Cancer Institute that significant donor funds be dedicated to key areas of research regarded by the NCI as being vital philanthropic designation for NCI comprehensive cancer centers. On September 26, 2016, the PAPCOR Champions for Cancer Research signed our $50 million pledge agreement and became a key participant in Sylvester's obtaining NCI designation and one of their largest donors. On July 29, 2019, Sylvester announced that it had become one of only 2 NCI designated cancer centers in the state of Florida and only one of 71 across the nation. The PAPCOR Endowed Professorship in Leukemia, the PAPCOR Champions for Cancer Research Nurses Fund, the PAPCOR Endowed Chair in Solid Tumor Research, the Dr. Kevin Berkowitz Memorial End of Year Giving Campaign, the PAPCOR Commitment to the Precision Medicine Program, partnering with the Community Foundation of Broward County, the PAPCOR Champions for Cancer Research Game Changer Vehicle, and all of our funds for cancer research are vital to our role in Sylvester's continuing NCI designation. In honor of our historic pledge, the Sylvester Deerfield Beach facility was renamed the PAPCOR campus at Sylvester Deerfield Beach. You saw the monument saying PAPCOR campus in the film that was shown before on the Giving Train. and it is on our campus that we will be dedicating our Garden of Hope for patients and visitors to experience a beautiful environment of peace and tranquility. Thank you for all and for everything that you do. And now, Paula Karp, past president of the Boca Friends chapter and a member of our board of directors, will address some questions you may have. Paula?
Thank you, Linda. I'd like to thank everyone for attending today, and a special shout out to my friends from Boca Friends. Thank you all for signing. Here's the first question. If I make a monthly commitment, do I have to go online and renew my pledge every month? Stacia?
No, Paula, you do not. Your gift will automatically be renewed every month.
What if I want to increase my gift? Carol?
You want to increase your gift, contact Stacia Anderson at thepapcorps.org, and she will help you to do that.
If I desire to make multiple gifts, can I use one credit card? David?
You certainly can. Looks like my video is still not working, so I apologize, but hopefully you can at least hear me. Hi, Stacia. So yes, you can. You can use the same card. For example, if you have family members you'd like to participate and contribute and let them join you on the train, you can use that same credit card. You'll just have to acknowledge each request individually.
Thank you. Does my chapter get credit for my monthly payment, Nancy?
Absolutely. And there, it's very important, there's a drop box to enter your chapter and that they put in the correct chapter. And yes, it absolutely does.
Are online donations tax deductible, Stacia?
Well, Paula, PAPCOR doesn't like to give tax advice. However, at the end of each year, PAPCOR will send out a letter totaling all gifts given to PAP, and you'll receive that in the mail.
Thank you. Will my donations go towards cancer research? Susan?
Yes, just remember our mission statement. We're here to enable and support, through the funds we raise, the vital research programs at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, University of Miami, Miller School of Medicine. That is why we exist, the PAPCOR, to raise funds for cancer research.
Thank you. If I make a mistake on my online donation form, can I start over, Stacia?
As long as you don't hit the submit button at the bottom of the page, then yes, you can start over. If you've already hit the submit button, please reach out to me by email, stacia@thepapcorps.org, and I can fix your donation for you.
Thank you. If you have other questions or we didn't address your concerns, feel free to email Lori, L-O-R-R-I, @thepapcorps.org, and she can help you with your concerns. Now back to Beverly.
Thanks, Paula. I really appreciate it. So I just want to answer many questions that I see have come up on the screen. We will have flyers available. Stacia, we're all taking care of that. And the answer is yes, we will. And we'll make certain that we get them to all of you in your chapters. So over the last months, it's been necessary for chapters to cancel events, which would have been part of our amazing fundraising efforts. Many of you have received refunds for canceled events. Tonight, we are asking for those refunds, which have been given back to you and are no longer a part of our fundraising dollars, be regifted. Place a pledge onto the giving train and become a passenger. Please make your dollars count again. It is so vital and so needed. Thank you to all of you for joining us, and most importantly, thank you for considering being a passenger on the PAPCOR giving train. And now I would like to turn it back to Susan for closing remarks.
Thank you, Beverly. Before I close, I would just like to take a moment and thank all of our presenters. Beverly Berkowitz, Nancy Levinson, Carol Smolin, Linda Moses, David Becky, Stacia Anderson, and Paula Karp. I would also like to thank Kay Rentz for producing such an inspiring video. You know, COVID-19 has knocked us off our normal fundraising game plan, just kind of knocked us out of our comfort zone. But I know we are a resilient group, so it must not force us from fulfilling our mission to raise funds for cancer research. Caring for these patients has not stopped at Sylvester, so they are counting on us now more than ever to fulfill our mission. I'd like you to think another minute about the numbers that I mentioned before. If 5,000 of our nearly 22,000 members pledge $30 a month, in 12 months, we will have raised $1.8 million. Now, I can be optimistic and say, how about another 5,000 members pledging $20 a month? In 12 months, we will have raised $1.2 million. Do you know that's $3 million on this program alone? This can become a great fundraiser for all of our chapters. It's really easy. No deposits, no paying for a venue, or centerpieces, or any of your other expenses. So if we all work together, we can do this. We can make this a very successful year for PAP in spite of the pandemic. We can literally thumb our noses at COVID. We can make sure that PAP is up and running and is not defeated. All of us presenting tonight are already proud passengers on the train, as well as the entire board of directors. That's because we strongly believe in this program. So please join us and make this a very successful journey for PAP. I'd like to thank you for coming tonight, and I especially thank you for all your continued support. Let's work this together and give hope to the patients at Sylvester. Let's make sure that there are many next survivors. Stay safe and healthy, and have a good night.
Well, that was, well, they're still here.